What's good, y'all? Today we hopping into how to mix vocals like Trippie Redd in FL Studio. Now the song we using today for how to mix vocals like Trippie Redd is Blast Off featuring Juice Wrld. So y'all will be able to see what this preset sounds like on Juice Wrld as well. Now with that being said, drop a like, drop a sub, and if you like what the vocal preset sounded like, I got the link to download it in the description for y'all. So if you're feeling lazy and don't feel like copying all these settings, go download it, the link in the description. I'ma see y'all there. But with that being said, let's get into it. Now the first step I took in mixing Trippie Redd's vocals was putting on a noise gate. I didn't push it too hard, I got it on 36.5, but you know, if you don't feel like looking into it and going through all that extra stuff, just copy the settings. It's not that hard, it ain't nothing too crazy. It's just a noise gate. If you know what a noise gate is, if you don't know what a noise gate is, all this is doing is taking out all the extra background noise that it comes through your mic when you're recording. Now moving on, the next step I took was adding Antares Autotune. I used the Antares Autotune Artist for this one. Now, if you don't have Antares Autotune, you do not need to go get a third-party plugin. If you get the preset, you can just switch this out for Picture. It's a free FL Studio plugin. It's pretty much the same exact thing. Now, with that being said, retune speed 14, flex tune 36, humanize 36. Now, believe it or not, on a lot of Trippie Redd songs, he actually doesn't use that much auto-tune, so therefore, set the key and scale, kept it on auto tenor. And like I said, retune, flex tune, humanize, that's all I did, that's all I touched. Wasn't that hard, wasn't no deep thinking into it, that's just that. So, with that being said, I'm gonna play it for y'all with just the auto tune and the noise gate. Now let's get into it.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. But with the gang and it be a tragedy.
Now the next step I took in mixing Trippie Redd's vocals was a EQ. Now usually I'll go compression first before the EQ, but in this circumstance the vocal really needed to be EQ'd first, therefore I did that. Now I will be saving this for the preset link in the description. Y'all can go download it at TGUWAPP3600.com, the link in the description. Go get it. Now with that being said, I'm gonna play it with the first EQ on and let's get into it.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. But with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the bag with me.
So after that, come in with a compressor. Didn't do too much here. Threshold 19.5, almost per usual at this point. Ratio 8, gain 6, attack 8.9, release 234, type on hard. Now usually I'll go with soft, that's kind of like the base that I try to start with, but this song, this preset is Trippie Redd. I said why not try out hard, and it works, so therefore kept on hard. Now with the compressor on, added on top of the EQ and auto tune, everything else, we're gonna play it. Well, not everything else, but just auto-tune, noise gate, EQ, compressor, and that's it. So we're gonna play it and see what it sounds like now. Let's get into it.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. But with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the bag with me.
So next, moving on to the Soundcloud. Now, this time, for this preset, we went with the C preset and barely turned it up, barely touched the Soundcloud at all. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna play it for y'all and see what it sounds like.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. But with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the bag with me.
Now that was really just a artistic decision to decide to barely touch this, but some songs and some presets are better with more. So if you feel like your voice and whatever song you're choosing to do needs more of this, by all means turn it up, but I usually only turn it up to about 25%, so therefore I would recommend to not go beyond that, but if it sounds good for whatever song you may be doing, go ahead and do so. So now moving on, another EQ. Now this other EQ is also just as needed as the first, because like I was saying, this this vocal needed a lot of EQ. Therefore, like I said, It's in the preset. I'm saving it for the preset. Go download it. Link in the description. Now, with this other EQ on, we're gonna play it and see what it sounds like.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. But with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the back with me. Fuck.
Now for the next step, we taking out some of those harsh frequencies with Maximus. Literally all this is doing pretty much is de-essing the vocal. Therefore, if you want, go ahead, copy the settings or go get the preset, the link in the description. Now next, moving on to the classic Fresh Air. Yes sir, if you know what it is, you already know. But Fresh Air, here we went 18 and 8. This is a real rare occasion that I ever would do this to a Fresh Air. It's kind of odd even looking at it to me, but for this preset, it works. So therefore, we went for 18 in the mids and 8 on the high end. If you don't know what Fresh Air is, it's a free third-party plugin from Slate Digital. I will have this link in the description for y'all, so y'all could go download that as well. It's really useful. If you don't have this tool in your bag yet, you 100% need to go get this. Therefore, with that being said, we're gonna play it and see what it sounds like now.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. But with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the back with me.
Alright, now with that out the way, pretty much all we need to do now is give it that depth and like that body that it needs. Now to do that, I added a Fruity Convolver. Now what this is, if you don't know what the Fruity Convolver is, bro, it's known in the underground community as pretty much the reverse reverb effect or the ghost reverb effect, and you might have heard of it that way, but if you haven't, here it is. So it's pretty much a reverb used as a delay, and it's like reverse in a way. I don't know. Here, we're gonna play it and we're gonna see what it sounds like.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty.
It's like a ghost coming behind your voice.
With the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the back with me.
So now, moving on, outside of the preset. Now this is not the full preset. This is literally just nothing except the signal. Therefore, moving on to the first send we have is the Trippie Redd Reverb send. Now, reverb, again, nothing too crazy except wet all the way up, dry all the way down. That's a 100% must do. That it's a send, bro. So like if you're using it as a send, turn the dry all the way down, turn the wet all the way up, and then you can use it as a send. As you can see, just sending in your signal presets to the send as if it's in both presets. So instead of loading up multiple reverbs on each preset or insert you have, just load it up on one and use it as a send. You can save a lot of CPU on your computer that way. So copy the settings. And the next thing we got on here is a Fruity limiter. Now what this is doing, this is side chaining the reverb to our main vocal. So now every time this main vocal hits, this limiter right here is gonna pull down the reverb to where it's not swamping out the mix with reverb. Pretty much just making it where it fills up those empty spaces that need to be filled up. Now we're gonna play it with the reverb on so y'all can see what it sounds like.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. Fuck with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the back with me.
Now next we got on the delay. Nothing too crazy. It's pretty simple, you know. Cut off, low pass, ping pong, time, all the way out here. You want, copy the settings, make sure your wet knob is all the way up and the dry is all the way down once again because we're using it as a send. Now next, limiter. We got this on here for the same reason as the reverb, just side chaining those main vocals to the delay. Therefore, every time those main vocals hit, the delay should be pulled down in volume, and every time the vocals go away, the delay should go up to fill up those empty spaces. Now, with that being said, we're gonna play the delay, or play it with the delay on, so y'all can see what it sounds like. Now let's get into it.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. Fuck with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the back with me. Fuck with me, baby.
Now next, moving on to the chorus. Here, nothing too crazy. Make sure your wet is on yes all the way up. And yeah, if you want, copy the settings or go get the preset. Now with that being said, let's play it with the chorus.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty. Fuck with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the back with me. Fuck with me, baby, come get this bag with me. Been alone for a minute, that shit been dragging me.
Now the Flangers, nothing too crazy. Wet knob all the way up, dry, leave it where it's at. If y'all want, copy the settings or go get the preset. Now, like I said, we're gonna play it and see what it sounds like now with the Flangers.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty.
And now next for the fruity flanger. All we did here, wet all the way up, and you know, it's a couple little different things changed up in here. Dry knob all the way down. Now we're gonna play it and see what it sounds like.
Baby, come and have a blast with me.
This is everything
Do
together.
Everything I say like your majesty. But with the gang and it be a tragedy. Fuck with my shooters, they in the back with me.
And now we're gonna take it over to Juice, where y'all can see where this Trippie Redd preset shines on Juice Wrld's vocals as well. So here we go, let's get into that.
Diamonds of the essence, you know damn well you bring hell. I should call it Reverb. Devin horns on an angel. Still haven't learned my lesson.
Y'all can see it works for both of them.
Hey, toxic, toxic, toxic.
Hear the ad-libs.
Things grow old and start rotting. I should have turned away when I found out you were demonic. Let's be honest, you're the devil's daughter. Say it to your father.
That's disgusting, y'all. I ain't gonna lie. I know this is hard. So look, right after that, we're gonna move on to the ad-lib preset. Nothing too crazy, but there is some little sauce in here with this fruity love filter. Words. Aside from that, it's pretty much the same as, I tried to keep it a little industry standard, quote unquote, with the Trippie Redd ad-libs, but there is a little sauce added on to that industry standardness. So as y'all can see, it's almost the same, except added some little sauce to it with the fruity love filter, and then slapped on all the sins. Oh, forgot a sin. Put that on 25. So boom. After that, we're gonna show y'all what these ad-libs sound like. Now let's get into it. Juice's ad-libs.
I'm fucking your mom. 3 cameras like Andre. Something like Andre.
At the end of the song, sound just like the original.
I'm fucking your mom. 3 cameras like Andre. Something like Andre.
Insane, y'all. So look, now what I'm gonna do is, I got the original song right here, so we're gonna compare my version versus the original song. Now with that being said, let's get into it. So we're gonna start with mine, and then I'm gonna play it back with the original. Matter of fact, I'm gonna start with the original and play it back with mine. Now let's get into it. So now this is the original version.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty.
I feel like it's a little harsh, you know, so I played off of that and kind of tried to fix up the vocals a little bit. So now this was my version.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything
See, I softened it up a little bit.
But with the gang and it be a tragedy. But with my shooters, they in the back with me.
Now, once again, I'm gonna play the original. Now, remember, the original is like slightly harsh for some reason, and I don't know why, but this is it.
Baby, come and have a blast with me. Do everything I say like your majesty.
Now, I don't know if I'm tripping. I think mine sound better. So with that being said, y'all, that was how to mix vocals like Trippie Redd. If you like the video, give it a like, give me a sub. I'm getting a call. If y'all like the preset, it's in the description for y'all. Go download it. If you like the video, give me a like, subscribe. I drop content like this weekly, every week. I never miss. I got all kinds of videos just like this, all kinds of presets. If you want one, go get it. It's in the description. And with that being said, I'm gonna see y'all later. Peace.